just while I'm having my breakfast and having my vitamin C tablet thing, I thought I'd just do a quick check-in this morning and sort of catch up and talk to the camera, because I've been talking just to the camera for a while. Done quite a bit of documenting what I'm doing and stuff. I was doing a bit of editing last night and I noticed it's just documenting what's going on a lot of the time. Obviously what's going on around me, not so much what's going on up here, so just thought I'd have a ramble to the camera while I have breakfast and coffee. Usual breakfast, nice oats, porridge oats with cinnamon and banana and honey. My standard breakfast now. Usually in Brighton I have this after I've gone for a run, but because of the onsen, basically because there's no shower here, that's been one major change to my lifestyle. The lack of a shower means I can't just go for a run. I have to kind of plan it in the day so that I end up at the onsen, because there's nothing worse than having gone out, done exercise for an hour, and you come back and you're sweating and stinking. All you want to do is jump in the shower. So my runs I have to plan a bit later in the day, which I love running when I just get up and go and don't think about it. First thing in the morning, best time to go. And they're really lacking at the minute, which is why I put that pretty much solely. Also the crap diet over here, but that and the crap diet is why I put on 3 kilograms out here. Yeah, definitely. I know definitely running keeps you in shape, but yeah, also the food out here. Christ, options. What there is what there is, and what I do like is fantastic. But that is it. It's literally like basically there's 2 options in it really. Sushi and ramen. 1 second. Hello. Right, no idea what I was talking about now. That's throwing my train of thought. Yeah, no, I was editing a few things last night. I just noticed, yeah, not so much talking to the camera. So, yeah, I've had this week been busy. Ian's not here, he's in Canada, so I've been covering a lot. I've slept out, and I slept in the van, and I really noticed that I miss being out in the countryside a lot. That's one thing I've noticed a lot on this trip. Is I love being in Brighton. Absolutely love the place. But I need to get out a little bit more in the countryside. Don't know exactly how to do that, because there's not that much wilderness in the UK, is there really? I mean, there are places, but it doesn't feel as wild and as crazy as it can over here. Now, I've always said that about Japan, is I do love the countryside here. Absolutely love it. I find it just mesmerising, and the fact it just changes so quickly. That's what's so beautiful about it. You know, I mean, it was bright sunshine yesterday. It's snowing now outside. That dripping you can hear, if you can hear it. That dripping you can hear. That's not rain. That's just snow melting off the roof. It's on the cusp at the minute, temperature-wise for snow. And yeah, you know, it really does. Like, it was 20 degrees yesterday in places. It was warm. And yeah, just that you know, the night I spent out, you know, I didn't really hear anything except just wind blowing through the trees and just nature. And then I came back last night here, and right where I parked there was a fox with its winter coat on, and it was really beautiful white, piercing eyes, beautiful white coat, and then piercing, well, not white, greyish coat, I'd say, piercing eyes. And it wasn't that shy. It was quite intrigued by me, so ran away a little bit, and then stayed just in the darkness, but I could still see it. And the monkeys here, the monkeys are pretty regular here, and the birds in the morning. So things like that. I like it. I like hearing stuff like that. Like right now. So yeah, I just need to. I think that's one thing that I'm taking away from this trip is just make sure I get out a bit more into nature, however or whatever I do with that, like hiking or walking. Just go on little discoveries, basically. I think is what's needed. And there is a lot to be found, like near where I am, just get on the bus. Um, it's obviously the nearest feature would be the Seven Sisters. But yeah, maybe go on a few more camping trips and stuff like that. The problem is, since New Zealand, I loathe paying for camping. I like to freedom camp, and that's pretty hard to do in where in the south east for sure in England. It's pretty highly populated. Even if you get into the so-called countryside, you can still tell there's people about. But yeah, so just get out into nature a bit more, I think, is one of the things I need to do. So yeah, getting out in nature a bit more. And this, what sort of looking at yourself and the whole recovery process is all about, isn't it? Is just working out what makes you tick, what gets you excited about life, what pleasures you in life, and making sure you have not lots but enough of that for you to live a pleasurable life, and that's what everybody's always looking for, isn't it? And the balance, getting a good life balance. Yeah, one thing I noticed, like when I slept out last night, is just how deep sleep. I mean, this is in the middle of the countryside here, but it's different feeling, isn't it, when you're properly out in it? There's the quality of the sleep I got. It was deep and solid, and that's really, really valuable in modern society. Like most people don't sleep very well. Like certainly the last year, I've been sleeping, on the whole, pretty good. But yeah, last night I was just such quality sleep, and it was almost about 9 hours sleep. Yeah. So good solid sleep. The other thing I was thinking about that I've realised that I've got a very, very good balance back home on is diet. And over here, yeah, like I say, there's only a few things actually. Like I'm lived here for 7 years. I'm sick and tired of the diet over here. It's very, very similar, and it's I don't know. I'm done with it basically, and I can't wait to get back to Brighton where there's lots of choice, and I can eat, vegetables, lots of vegetables, lots of different types of fruit. I can eat vegetables, I can eat fruit here, but basically, unless I'm eating, the fruit is like 3 options basically. Apples, stacks of, because that's Nagano, the apple producing county, just loads of apples, people try and give them away to you. Bananas, a little bit expensive, and then mikan, satsumas, not oranges, satsumas. And that is it. That is all the fruit. Well, I was saying vegetables, fruits. That's all the fruits I can get. But yeah, and the vegetables as well. It all seems to be the same colour. Like it's all sort of green, and not much of it really. It's the winter as well, so it's that's good and bad point, isn't there, really? Because at least it's mostly trying to stay seasonal. Obviously the bananas are imported from places and stuff, and there are places you can go to get imports. But just the choice. Go down the road in Brighton, and just the choice I have is just it's fantastic. I really miss that. I really do miss that. So yeah, the food I'm missing like mad. I've never really been too crazy about the food here, that's for sure. What the few things I do like. What did I list? I've got to add one actually. Yes, so I like ramen, sushi, and soba. I love soba, and soba is a bit of a mystery to me, even why I like it, but I do like it. It's just brown greyish buckwheat noodles, but they're strangely very tasty, I think. And yeah, also without Yachi being here, and the kitchen state of the kitchen is just a joke. I can't really cook in it. So the first couple of weeks here, I was really good, and I cracked on, and I bulk cooked a load of stuff when I was in the kitchen, because it was such an effort to cook anything in there, because it was freezing. Anyway, it was a good -5, -10 inside. So just getting, like if you spilt water on the floor, it iced up, so it made the kitchen all slippery from ice. There were lots of problems with the kitchen basically. But when I did cook, I cooked bulk and I put it in the freezer, and that worked good. I made sure I had lots of vegetables and lots of meat, bit of meat in there, protein, vitamins a lot. But then yeah, in February, once the water went, that pretty much went out the window. And yeah. So anyway, diet, just staying focused on the diet is always good. I've still had my breakfast pretty standard in the morning, and if I don't actually cook that, I had a little period where I stopped and I just had fruit instead. So it's another thing. So I think something else. Just had a little musical interlude with this guitar I was given the other week, which is nice. Put new strings on it, sounding good. And yeah, I've got to get going in a minute. So what was I kind of saying or trying to get out? Just need to keep remembering to keep sort of not anally, but just keep assessing what I'm doing, where I'm going, and if it's fulfilling any of my core values, basically. And the thing I like to do is I like to learn and experience new things. So I need to keep that fresh in my memory and keep trying to do it. Keep trying to do stuff like that. And as long as I keep doing that, I'm on a really good path. Yeah. I feel like last year has been a really massively good year for me. Really good experience. The whole process it's been fantastic. Going into it, I wouldn't have thought that, but yeah, it's been a really good year. Just helped me reassess what's important to me and what's not, and to remind me just to keep things fresh, really. Keep things moving on. I love to learn stuff. I'm reconnected with reading it. I read a lot now again, which is fantastic. Well, I always did read quite a bit until I got into my adult years, but definitely I seem to be reading a lot more. That always goes up and down. Exercise, keep that regular. I've pretty much always been on top of that as well. But just have I was talking about the running earlier. I used to in Brighton. I find that just so easy to get up and go. And then it's your first hour done, and already you're just alert in your head straight away. Definitely don't want to do it every time I go out and do it, but I always know I feel better afterwards. And here I've got the massive mountain right behind me for snowboarding, and I've been snowshoeing a lot. I've been doing lots of different things that I wouldn't have done in the past. And one thing, that was a point I wanted to get to. Yeah, one thing I have made sure not made sure, I just noticed a difference in me. Is that I'm like the amount of snowboarding of just keeping it balanced. Just that word balance. It always comes back to balance, isn't it? Just balance. Not too much, not too little. Enough to sort of whet my appetite and get me excited and about something, but not killing it to the point where you're bored of it, and it's not fun anymore. Because then you put out that passion for it, don't you? So anyway, that's enough rambling to the camera today. I need to sort of get up and get moving and get down into town. I know that is the snow melting hopefully off the roof, but I've got a feeling it's warmed up a bit. Might be raining outside, not snowing now. So anyway, let's get going.